So let's just start with a little bit of revision or just recap whatever we have completed as of now. So percentage, we started with a% of b or b% of a. This is same, it doesn't matter what is written, either we can take this much percent of 25 or 25% of this much, both will give us the same answer, that is 19.21. okay, so first step was fraction upon fraction, which we have done. Second thing which we have done is percentage of some value, so how to break that percentage in different forms we have done. Third one is multiplication factor, so if increase by this one, so we will convert into the form of fraction, that is f by 8, and if it's increased then it is 1 plus f, multiplication factor mf, otherwise mf will be 1 minus f, whatever the value. Great, we have done. Negative also we have done, 7 by 11, 7 by 11, 7 by 11 into 1540, and then yeah, this is what we learned, this is the new concept which we learned, that is increase and decrease. So if a number a is increased by z%, or if that z% is converted in fraction which is equal to x by y percent increase, then the decrease will be in the form of percentage x by x plus y. So this is what we learned yesterday, and we solved a lot of, we first derive how this even term came, x by x plus y, with the help of we just increase first of all z%, which is nothing but x by y, we increase it, and we will find out how much it is decreased by the formula x by x plus y. Then we solve some questions on the very same concept. We solve some numericals, and yeah, this one more numerical we solved, that is when ABCD, which we formed that. This is kind of numericals, how to solve it, how to approach it, we have done that type of question. So today we will start. So this will be percentage 2. Percentage 2. So today we will start by looking at expense. Expense is equal to price into consumption. Expense is equal to price into consumption. Okay, today's class is about this one, so let's just read first. So if a commodity is priced at suppose 10 rupees per kg and I consume 10 kg, so my expense will be rupees 100. So it is just a normal multiplication, but if I'll just take, instead of taking over here 10, instead of taking over here at 10, let's take 20 kg. My consumption is 20 kg, so money will be expend is 200. Suppose if the price of the commodity of it increased by 50%, so the new price will be 15 rupees per kg. 15 rupees per kg. But if I am being asked, like my father is saying, that I am not going to give you more than 200 rupees, so I need to reduce my consumption. So that I can maintain the 200 rupees cap. So how much I am going to consume, that is nothing but 200 divided by 15, which is nothing but 40 by 3, so 13 into 3, 39, so it will be 13.333 kg. So I can say that now I am instead of spending 20 kg, I am spending only 37 kg. So my consumption has decreased. So how much it decreased actually? So the decrease will be how much is 20 minus 13.33 will be 6.77 divided by, so if I am saying decrease, so I will be taking the comparison I'm comparing about the previous one, na, in 200. So in the percentage terms, how much it will be? In the percentage terms, it will be something in the range of 6 by 3 is what? Actually it was 40 by 3. So I can replace 6. Let's just write it over here. So 20 minus 13, it was 6.777 divided by 20 in 200. So it is nothing, we can just do like this also. 5 6 6 5 6 5 30 35. So 33.8. Yeah, 33.8 or something it will be coming out. So how did this value came? So if I see this 33.338, or in otherwise if I see that increase in the percentage terms in 1 by 2, 50% is what? 1 by 2. So there is a decrease also, which we have calculated, which is equal to nothing but 33.8%. so 33.8% in reality it will be something 13.33, right? 13.33 minus 20 will be 6 points. Instead of 77 I made a mistake here, that's why I was thinking it will be 6.66 667, and instead of this 38 it will be 33.333. Here also 33.333. So if it's 33.333, I can easily say na, in percentage terms I have already remembered this is equal to 1 by 3. This is equal to 1 by 3. So from the previous one, if I see decrease will be what? X by y. If I use the previous same concept, so decrease should be x by x plus y. That should be 1 by 3. That is nothing but 33.33%. So this is what actually I got the answer. So whenever there is a term like it's a term like any E equal to expenses equal to price into consumption, so I can say na, this expense is kind of constant. So I can E will be constant. If E is constant, then I can say that price is equal to E upon C. And if E is constant, can I just say price is inversely proportional to consumption? So if price will increase, consumption will decrease. If price will decrease, consumption will increase. So this type of problem, wherever we will find, the same approach will be used. That is, if x by y is increase, then x by x plus y will decrease. These are the same statement, or all the questions can be solved if we know these things. So let's just find out some more questions, or let's just solve some more questions on the same type of pattern. So suppose that price of sugar increased by 33.33%. So the question is consumption consumption of chicken should be decreased by what percentage to maintain same expenditure. So the question already said the expenditure should be constant. So the answer should be, the solution should be, if the expenditure is constant. These are, first of all, I'm writing all the details which have been already given to me by the question. Then I may start solving. And there is an increase. The price is increased by 33.33%. This is an increase. So question is asking me the consumption, how much should be the consumption? Consumption should be decreased by how much percent? So again, it is same only. E is constant, equal to P into C. If P will increase, C should decrease. So same approach. Price increased by how much? 33.33%, which is nothing but 33.33% is nothing but 1 by 3. If price is increased by 1 by 3, so decrease will be, consumption decrease will be, this is nothing but x by y increase. So decrease will be in the form of x by x plus y. So 1 by 1 plus 3, it is 1 by 4, that is 25%. 25% is the answer. Done. So this question also done. So not only in this one, again any type of question which is having the same concept of this inversely proportional relationship can be true. Suppose that if the length of rectangle increased from 19 centimeter to 23 centimeter, then by how much breadth should decrease to maintain same area? So again the same concept. Solution, we know that area is constant. First of all, area should be constant according to the question. Let's write whatever question is given, and the length is increased from 19 centimeter to 23 centimeter, and the question is asking how much breadth should decrease. So according to, we already know that area of any rectangle is length into breadth. So if the length will increase, breadth should decrease to maintain the same area as constant. So again the same concept we will use. So increase in terms of length increase will be how much? 4 by 19 in terms of fraction. How we got 4 by 19? Simple. Increase is what? 23 minus 19, that is 4, and the comparison is done on the basis of previous one, because on the previous one we want the area should be equal to the new one. Previous area should be equal to the new area. Comparison done on the previous ones, that's why 4 by 19. So similarly, if length increase is in the fraction of this value, so the breadth decrease will be 4 by 19 plus 4. Again the same thing, this is if equal to x by y, then this is equal to x by x plus y. So again this is nothing but 4 by 23. 4 by 23. And one thing which again I need to practice because I forgot, that is I will start uploading some revision videos because a lot of things I am not revising, so that will be coming. So 1 by 23 in the percentage terms is 4.35%. so this is what I was, so 4 into 4.35% will be how much? 35 into 4 70, 70 into 2 140, for 4 4 16, to 17.4 is the answer over here. So it's easy, this question also done. So again, if some, this can be also like, see, this is the first approach. If someone said that okay, is there any different approach, then yes, there is a different approach as well, just like previously what we used to do using the multiplication factor. So if it is increasing by 4 by 19, so if it is increasing by 4 by 19, so our multiplication factor will be what? 1 plus 4 by 19. It will be equal to 23 by 19, right? 23 by 19. So if 23 by 19 is the real area, so our breadth should be how much to make it 1? So 23 by 19 into 19 by 23 to make it equal to this 1 as previously. So this 19 by 23 will be our breadth. So 19 by 23, previously it was what? 23 by 23. Now it's 19 by 23. So how much is the decrease? 4 by 23. 4 by 23 into 100. So even though by any means you come, by any means you calculate, you will eventually end up on this one. Let's just try to do this one also, this approach as well. That length, suppose length is 1 and breadth is 1. Okay, so area will be 1. 1 square is nothing but 1. Now what happened? We know that length, if it is increased by, in the fraction term, if it increased by 4 by 19, so new length will be what? 1 plus 4 by 19 into 1. This will be our multiplication factor. This is nothing but 23 by 19. So the new length is 23 by 19. So new length into new breadth should also be the same area, which is 1. So new length is what? 4 by 19. New breadth we don't know. Keep it blank, equal to 1. So blank equal to 1 by 4 by 19. Wait, now how much? New length is 23 now. Sorry, that's my mistake. 23 by 19. So here it will be 23 by 19. It upon become 19 by 23. So the new breadth is again 23 by 19. So old one was how much? Old one was 1. So how much is the decrease? Decrease is 1 minus 19 by 23. So 1 can be written as 23 by 23. So 1 minus 23 is again 4 by 23. If 4 by 23, so decrease in percentage, 4 by 23 divided by 1. So that will not be considered because we are comparing with first one wala. So again it is 17.4%. So no matter how we approach the same question, we will eventually get the same thing. So first thing which is very important, this is this one, price equal to expense into expense equal to price into consumption. So this much is done. So the next one which is important also, the second part is, see, one more thing is there. one more thing is there, that is number of terms in multiplication is equal to number of times successive increase. So this one is important, and we will understand what does this mean and how this is actually helping us. So let's take a classic example for this one. Suppose that if there is a question as of now, suppose that, okay, let's take price, expenditure equal to price into consumption. Expenditure equal to price into consumption. So as of now, what I was dealing with, if price is increasing, then consumption should decrease to maintain the expenditure. But if someone say that, okay, this time there is no constant on the expenditure, if my price is also increasing and my consumption is also increasing, and then they might ask, okay, tell me what is the change in expenditure. This can be asked. Suppose that price is increased by 20% and the consumption is increased by 30%. So again the same thing what we earlier used to do. So if it is 100, suppose if previously it was 100, this is also 100, so it was 1 lakh, I suppose. Yeah, 1 lakh. But after the change, it will be 120 and this will be 130. So 12 into 30 is how much? It will be 13 into 26, 13 to 15, 15600. So how much is the change? 56% is the change. So this is the first way, or this is the first way of doing. Or if not, if you just read number of terms in the multiplication, this money equal to number of times of successive increase. So what does this successive increase mean? Successive increase what will be? Suppose that if I take 100, okay, and suppose if I take just 100 and then increase it 20%, so it will be 120. And then this 120, if I increase here 30% again, so 30% is 12 into 3, 36. 120 plus 36 is 156. We got the same area, and that is nothing but the 56% change. This is nothing but the 56% of change. If not this, then we can also do, if we just do first 30%, if we change 30% is increase, so how much it will be? In just a multiplication factor we can use. This is nothing but 3 by 10, 1 plus 3 by 10, so it will be 13 by 10. 13 by 10 into 100, it will be nothing but 130. Again 20% is increased, so 20% of 13 is 13 into 2, 26. 26 plus 130 is 156. Eventually we came on the same thing. So what actually here I am trying to say, that order doesn't matter, because it's in the multiplication. We don't need to bother about how we are multiplying first and how we are multiplying second. So we can do, we can easily do. So same type of some, why I am saying this, that if there might be a question can came that if the length of cuboid, if the length comma breadth and height of cuboid is increased by 10%, 20%, 30%, respectively. Find the change in volume. So in this question, we should not worry. It will be how much? I can approach this question in many ways. So first one is, if the area is 100, so if we start from 100 and increase first 10%, so it will be 110. It's better always, one more thing, it's better to increase from more to less always, then it's easy to solve. So 30% of 100 is 30, then it will be 130. If you increase 20%, so 13 into 26, so 156. And then if you increase 10%, so 10% is 15.6, so 156 plus 15.6, 156 plus 1 is 166, plus 5 is 166, plus 5 is 171.6. so how much is the increase? Increase will be how much? Increase will be 71.6% increase. Or if not, then other thing is, other way of doing this is nothing but 10% increase, right? And then 20% increase, and then 30% increase. This will be 11 by 10, this will be 12 by 10, this will be 13 by 10. So it is nothing but 1.1 into 1.1 into 1.2 into 1.3. so eventually it will be, it is same thing only. It is same thing only. If we multiply 11 into 12 is 130. 11 into 12 is 132. 132 into 13, so 331690, right? 130 into 13, and then 26, so it will be 61171. so again 1.716. so increase is how much? From 1 we reach 1.716, so 71.6 will be the increase. So no matter how you approach, eventually you will going to get the same answer. So now we will just try to solve as much as question possible. So let's solve some questions based on the same approach which we have done right now. So every day an orange seller sells half of his stock. Okay, so whatever stock he has, he sells half, and then 10% of the stock overnight get spoiled. So 10% of the stocks get spoiled overnight. If 2644 oranges rotted over 3 nights, then how many did he start with on the very first day? So I think the best solution or best way to approach this kind of question is, let's suppose he has x oranges to starts with. So half of his half he sold, then how much is left? Always half is left. Okay, great. So on the very first day he will sell half, so how much it will be left? Half will be left. 1 by 2, x by 2, actually x by 2 is left, and from x by 2 10% of the stocks get spoiled. So 10% of the stock gets spoiled overnight. So if 10% is spoiled, so it's nothing but 1 by 10 only, no? 1 by 10. So spoil is how much? X by 20, right? But if 10% is spoiled, then 90% will be fresh, is ready to sell next day. So if from x by 20 10% is spoiled, so next day how much will be the stock? Stock will be again 9 by 10. Again the same story will begin. This is the first day, this is the second day, This will be our third day. So now this is x by 20 is spoiled. We had this much and now we have only this much. From this also 1 by 2 he will sell, 1 by 2 he will sell. Remaining stock is how much? This much. And then 1 by 10 is again spoiled. So how much it will be? 9x upon 400. 9x upon 400. So again if you look closely, this much was our stock sold and the same amount is left. From this left 1 by 10 10% is spoiled. So how much is left? 9 by 10. So x by 2 into 9 by 10 into 1 by 2 into 9 by 10. From here 1 by 2 he will sell and 1 by 10 it will be spoiled. So overall it will be 81x upon 9981 220 400 400 into 2 8000. So there is a pattern also. If you want to, if there is given that okay, tell me after 30 days or 25 days. So the pattern is this one. This one is the left. Here I can see this one is the left, and last one it is always adding this much is spoiled. Sorry, here no here. Remaining is always in this form. So now I have all the spoiled wala. Let's just add up all the spoiled wala. X by 20 plus 9x by 400 plus 81x by 8000, and we know this is equal to 2644. 2644. So let's take the LCM. 8000, it will be how much? 400. 400x plus 400 to 20, 180x plus 81x, it will be 2644. So x I can rewrite as 2644 into 8000 divided by 400 plus 180, 580, 580 plus 80 is 580 plus 80 is 640 and 641. 641. 641. No. 8860, no, 661. 661. 661. So I guess yeah, 4 times it will deduct, and it will be 32,000 oranges. Answer. So the answer of this one is 32,000. Let's solve the next question. In every month, Ravindra consumes 25 kg rice and 9 kg wheat. 25 kg rice, 9 kg wheat. So rice, wheat. 25 kg rice and 9 kg wheat. The price of the rice is 20% of the price of the wheat. So there are many ways to approach this question. First of all, if price of rice is 20% of the price of wheat, so 1 by 5, so I can suppose that 5 is the price, 20% will be 1. This way also, but if someone don't take any number and just try to solve with the number x, so that's also kind of possible. If the price of rice is 20% of the price of wheat, so wheat will be how much? Suppose x rupees per kg. Rupees x per kg. So the price of rice is 20% of the price of wheat. Rice is 20%. So 20% is how much? 0.2. 0.2x. Rupees 0.2x per kg. Right. 1 by 5 is nothing but multiply by 2 by 10. So 0.2 only. Yeah, it's correct. Yeah, price of itna is 20% wheat, and thus you spend total of 350 rupees. So if I expenditure, if I just calculate the expenditure expenditure, if I want to calculate expenditure, it will be 25 into 2 50 point. So 50 into decimal is there, so 1 point will be gone. So instead of 50 it will be 5x plus 9x, so it will be 14x, and this 14x is nothing but 3 rupees 350. We can find the value of x, but let's see if we need to find or not. 350 on the rice and wheat per month. Okay, great. If the price of wheat is increased by 20%, so now wheat price is increased by 20%, 20% increase. So we know that multiplying factor will be 1.2. So new price will be 1.2x. Okay. Then what is the percentage of reduction of rice consumption for the same expenditure? So consumption should decrease. This is constant. Okay. Consumption of the wheat is also constant. Okay, it is written that consumption of wheat is constant and the same expenditure 350. So it's again easy. Let's find out the new expenditure. So the new expense will be how much? New expense will be 1.2 into 9, 10.8 x plus okay. Now what we can do, little bit of what we should do here to solve furthermore. See, we stopped here now. 14x equal to 350. Let's find out the x. 350 upon 14. So 7 2 just 750. So 250. So x is 50. Okay. So here I can write as 9 into 1.2 into 50. Okay. 50. And then okay, there are many ways to actually solve this question now that I can think of it. Okay, let's first solve with this method, then we will try to solve with 25, not 50, 25, because 50 na 50 and should be 25, 50 divided by 2, 25. So how much we should add to make it 350? First thing is this one. So 25 into 25 into 12 will be 25 into 0.2 is 50. Then 1 point is 5, so 25 30 30 into 9 270. So if this one is 270, so how much should be here? Here should be 80 rupees. Okay, 80 rupees. So again, one I can think of it previously, how much he used to spend 125, right? Previously used to spend 20. So consumption decrease will be because the price is same, so we can use the same method. So the question is the question asking me the question is saying what is the percentage reduction of consumption? So percentage reduction percentage reduction will be, so 40 45 upon 125 into 100. So if I just divide, this is 9, this is 5, I divided by 5, so 25. So it will be nothing but 36%. So here I don't need to even, I think if I try to find out in a different way, I don't need to find 25 also, because after multiplying this I will get 10.8x. okay, and the 14x was our limit. 14x is nothing but 350. So how much will be the consumption? Consumption will be 3.2, right? Yeah, 3.2x. okay, 3.2x is the consumption, and then previously it was 5x. If I multiply with this one, I will not get the answer. 1.2, right? So 1.2 consumption is same. 1.2 12 lambda 108 10.8x 14x. So 10.8 to 3.2, but it was 5x. Actually, I made a mistake. It should come. It should not depend upon the value 25. Okay, why am I using 14? Okay, with the help of 14 only I could find the value of rice. Correct? And previously the value of rice was 5x. And this time it became if I add 3.2, yeah, 14 is the one. .8 increase, so 1.8 will be decreased from 5 also. Okay, yeah. Sorry. So instead of this 5x, this one is 10.8x, right? 10.8x. So what should be the price here? What should be the price over here? This price will be nothing but 3.8x. Previously it was 5x, now 3.8x. Right. So what is the difference? What is the reduction? Reduction is 1.2. Again I am 3.2 now. I am making mistakes like anything. So 3.2. So how much will be the difference? Difference is again 1.8. 1.8 divided by 5 into 100. That will be our percentage. So if I just do 20, so 36% is the answer. Here, from here also we don't specifically need to solve the value of x. In fact, we might not even need to have a proper value of x. We can choose any value and still we can get the answer 36%. So yeah, I did here because of I need to fast up my speed also. Okay, let's solve this question. Receiving and 4.6 lakh per annum for the first year. Job expenditure was 50%. Expenditure 50%. For the later on the 3-year average income increased by 46. So main thing which I did also mistake once when while reading, that I imagine it as 10% increase every single year of the base, like of the previous year, but it is not. It is just 46,000, which means only 10% increase every year. So if his income was X, so first year it will be 1.1x, second year will be 1.2x. It's not like 10-year increase on the previous one. If that would be the case, then it will be 1.1x square. So that is not the case over here in this question. The saving was this one, what is percent total saving over total expenditure. Okay, so let's make income, expenditure, and savings. Now that we know we can choose any value instead of this one. Okay, it's not mandatory for us to choose the same value, because at the end of the day it is increasing 10% only, and everything is percentage terms. So we don't need absolute value of 46,000. We can take any value and solve. So if suppose if income was 100 rupees, if income is 100 rupees and the first year he has spent 50, so how much is saved? 50 rupees. Okay, later on the next 3 years, so first year 10%, next year what happened? 10% increase. 46,000 is 10% of 4.6 lakhs. Now his income should be 110. So his saving was 40%. So 40% of 110 is what? 44 rupees. So his expenditure will be 66. Then again for the 3 years 10% is increased. So this 110 will become 120. And on 120, 30% is a saving. So 36 rupees is the saving. So how much will be the 84 rupees will be the expenditure. So and for the again 10% increase. So this 120 will be becoming 130, and here it is saying 20% is the, so 26 rupees is this one, and 94 rupees, I suppose 94 now, 94 will be the expenditure. So question is asking what percentage of total saving over total expenditure if there is no. Okay, so saving upon expenditure. So either let's just add first of all total saving. Total saving it will be 26 plus 44 is 26. 44 plus 6 is 50. 50 plus 20 is 70. 70 plus 50 is 120. 120 plus 30 is 150. 156. So either I can do this, or I need to add this one. I can add this value, or I can add this value. So income minus saving is expenditure only. So for the time like saving, what I can do is 100, 110, 120, 130. So let's take average of the 110, 120, 130. So this will be 360 plus 100, 460. 460. So our expenditure will be 460 minus 156. So this is nothing but 304. So in percentage terms 156 upon 304 into 100. So again 50% will be 152. Remaining is 4. So that 4 can be written as, so 1% is 3.04. Okay, so it will be something around 51 point. So one decimal also we need to do. So this will be 96. So 54.3% approximately answer for this question. This will be a tough question. 51.3, 51.3%. Answer this one, and this one answer is 36%. Yeah. Fresh fruit contains 90% water, so 90% is water. And dry fruits, this is about the fresh fruit. And the dry fruit, let's just look nicely. Dry fruit contains 20% water. So how much dry fruit can be obtained from 180 gram of 180 kg of, so 180 kg of this fruit, how much we can get? So see, water is not issue. When we dry, in that case the pulp will be there, but the water will change. So pulp is what becoming dry fruit. So I can say if 90% is water, so 10% is pulp, and in this case 80% is pulp. So can I just say that in 180 kg 10% of pulp is going to converted into x 80% of the x kg is nothing but the pulp. So the value of x is nothing but 180, this 100 will go, this 10 will go, divided by 8. So this will be nothing but, if I do with 4, 4 2 ja 4 4 ja 16, 45, so 22.5 kg answer. So don't try to approach this question by the water, because water is changing. You cannot bother about something which is changing. You can only discuss or equate two things which is equal. So pulp will be equal for both of them. 22.5. Moving on to the next one. A watermelon is kept under the sun for 3 days. Okay, for 3 days, due to which water content reduces from 85% to 80%. Okay, and while doing so 30 gram of water is evaporated. So again, this 80% is respect to final one, and this 85% is respect to the initial one. So the both weight are not same, initial and final, so we cannot bother about that. What we should bother is about the, what we can do is, suppose in the beginning, in the initial we cannot compare, so what we do, initial weight is this one. So 85% is water, 85% of x is water, and then what happened is equal to or 35% minus, doesn't matter, minus 30 gram which is evaporated, which is nothing but equal to, now if 30 gram is evaporated, pulp cannot be evaporated, only thing is evaporated that can be the water. So x minus 30, and this is what, 80%. So 0.85x minus 30 equal to 0.8x minus 2.4. Wait, I made a mistake. So initial weight I assume 85. Then 30 gram of water is evaporated. Okay, I evaporated 30 gram, and then 30 gram is evaporated. I removed 30 gram of water, and then whatever is the weight, 80%, 0.824, so 2.4 I suppose. Okay, right. So this will be becoming 0.05x, and this will be becoming 30 minus 2.4 will be 30 minus 2 is 28.4 is 27.6. 27.6. So the value of x will be 27.6 divided by 0.05. I suppose I made a mistake somewhere. Wait, how come it become 2.4? It will be 24. If it is 24, then it will be 6. If it is 6, then I can rewrite here as 6 divided by 0.05. So 6 divided by 0.05 is nothing but 120 gram. So there is this approach also which I solved, or there is another approach is, let's suppose x again, x is the initial. So pulp will be how much? If 85% is water, so 15% is pulp, and here 20% is pulp. So if we just equate the pulp part, so x into 0.15% is equal to x minus 30. Why? Because the weight is not decreased, so 0.2. So in doing so we don't have to bother about this 30 gram, so the calculation mistake can be avoided. So 0.15x equal to again over here it will be 0.2x minus 6. So overall the equation will be coming same, 0.05x equal to 6, x equal to 6 upon 0.05. So 120 gram. No matter how you solve, which approach you take, either pulp or water, you can come to the same conclusion. In this one also, if we want to do, but here the water is not there, na? So no, in this one the pulp is only the way. So 120 gram is the final answer of this question. 120 gram. Okay, one thing is there in this question, that we know that a to the power b equal to c. If this is true, then I can rewrite as log c to the base a equal to b, and we can easily put the value in the calculator and solve. But the thing is, in CAT we don't get calculator in which logarithmic value we can put. So it's a basic calculator we cannot find. So how to solve this type of question again? So when this type of question comes, either when we can take a value of x, okay, then start doing the same thing, 10% increase. So multiplying factor will be 1.1. So it will be 1.1x. This is first year. Let's remove it. First year. So again 10% increase, because every year 10% is increasing when it become 1.73 times. Okay, so second year, so multiplying factor 1.1, so it will become 1.21x. Again 10% increase, so we know that 1.1 cube is 1331, so we don't need to bother till here. 1.331x, but then again 10% increase. So 10% increase is what? 10% of it increases, which means 10% is equal to how much? 10% is equal to 0.133. So I just need to add that value. I just need to add that value in this one. So how much it will be? 1.46. 1.46. Again, if you take here, then it will be 1.46 1.464 x. Then again 10% increase, so 10% increase will be 1.146. so if I just add 0.146, it will be how much? So 6 plus 4 10, 6 plus 4 10, carry 1, 4 plus 1 5, 6, right? So 1.61. so this is what we reached to 1.61, but we need to reach 1.71. okay, let's just write which year na, third year, fourth year, fifth year. Okay, let's just scroll it down a little bit, and then 10% increase, so it will be how much in this one? 0.161. we just need to add in this one, so it will be becoming 1.77 x, 1.771 actually, 1.771 x, but we need only 1.773. okay, so at the end of sixth year it become 1.771 x, but we need how much? 1.73. we need only 1.73 x. so how much increase is there? How much increase is there in this one? So if I compare with this one, so I can say it 0.16 increase. It increases 0.16 and then it reach here. But how much we want actually increase? From 161 we want an increase of only plus 0.12. so if 0.16 increase in 12 months, so 0.12 increase will be in 12 by 16 into 12, 4343, 9 months. so eventually the answer will be 5 years 9 months. so it will be plus here, so it will be 5 years 9 months. Answer for this question. Let's solve this question. The price of petrol in the market increased by 16.166%. So 16 is 1 by 6. 1 by 6 is increased. As a result, Mrs. Reddy got 9 liter less petrol by spending the same amount. So expenditure is same. Expenditure is same, that is 6930. Expenditure is same, price is increasing. What will reduce? Consumption will reduce. Okay, consumption is reduced, which she allocated for purchasing petrol every month. Great. What is the current and old price of petrol? So first thing first, expenditure is constant. Okay, so price, if price increased by 16.66%, so consumption should be decreasing by, this is in the form of 1 by 6, increasing x by y, so decreasing should be x by y plus x. So 1 by 7% it should decrease 1 by 7, and this is what it is written, that Reddy got 9 liter less petrol by spending the same amount. So how much less he got? Consumption is reduced by 1.7, so consumption reduces 1.7, and it is in numerical form it is written that 9 liter less. So 1 by 7 I can say 1 by 7 is nothing but equal to, or x by 7, let's take x because that would be easy to visualize. So x by 7 is nothing but 9 liters. So how much should be the value of x? 63 liters. So now we know the petrol how much is the previously, how much he used to take, and the new previously, and now what he, now how much he is, how much he can get is 63 minus 9. So that would be, I guess, suppose 54 liter he can consumption, new consumption. Let's see the question what is asking. What is the current and old price of petrol? So current or old? So old, let's find out. Old price will be equal to rupees, how much he was spending? 69 30 divided by 63. So I can see 1610. So right now the price is rupees 110 rupees per liter. Okay, 110 rupees per liter, and the new price, it is already written 16.66% increase. So new price either I can use 54 value and divided by that I can find, or I can do 110. So it is increasing by 16.66. so 1.6, let's just increasing by 66.66. 1 by 6 it is increasing, 1 by 1 by 6 it is increasing. So I can say this price is increasing by 16.66% or 1 by 6. So either it will become 7 by 6. I need to multiply 110 into 7 by 6. But I can think of it 1 by 6. Either I can think of it, what is the nearest value of 110 which is near to 6. So I can say is which is the nearest value? 18 6 are 108. So 7 by 6 I can write as 1 plus 1 by 6. So 1, if I multiply with 110, so it will be 1 by 110 only. So 1 by 6 I need to value. So 18 6 are 108. 18 6 are 108. So how much is left? 2. So 2 by 6 is 1 by 3. So 18 na. 18 6 are 1 by 8. So 2 by 3 is 3333. So the new price will be 128.3333. Older one 110. Older one 110. Current one 128.33. Old price was 110. So this question is also done. So this question we will do in the next one.